Grab a wood cutting board and a display easel from the dollar store. Reach for some marble print contact paper and cut enough to wrap around the cutting board. Peel the paper backing from the adhesive paper and smooth it onto the cutting board. Fold, cover, and wrap the edges of the paper and secure it with glue. Paint the entire easel using black paint. Attach the board to the easel. Adhere black painted wood block pieces to the front edge to use as a ledge. Now you have a cutting board turned into a cookbook or an iPad stand.
Last time I was at my local dollar store, I picked up one of these little wooden frames. Then I have this little pearl-like ribbon that I also got at the dollar store. I'm going to go ahead, I'm actually going to cut the ribbon up into strands. I'm going to use some hot glue and I'm going to glue down the pearls onto the frame. Once I have all the pearls on the frames, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take some black spray paint. Once it's dry, I'm going to use some rub and buff to go over the black spray paint and really make this frame look antique. I found some elastic in my sewing stash and pulling it nice and tight, I used a crown stapler to attach it in 2 spots on the back of the frame. This is what it looks like complete here. I've actually designed this little frame to go around my Amazon Alexa Echo. So now I can set it here on my kitchen counter. It's totally disguised by this antique looking little frame and it only cost me under $5 to make this.
Are you looking for some fun and functional ways to spruce up your kitchen? Look no further than these 2 very simple and affordable DIYs to help with kitchen organization. First, I applied a line of hot glue to the bottom edge of the first cutting board. With the baseboard flipped upside down, I carefully pressed the glued edge onto the base until it was properly secured. I repeated this step with the other cutting board to create the other side of the kitchen caddy. Next, I applied glue to the cutting board edges and attached the right side securely. Then, I repeated this with the other side to complete the main structure. For the last step, it was time to create the handle for easy carrying. Slide your dowel into the holes of the cutting boards to determine how long you need the dowel to be. I marked the cut point and began to saw the dowel carefully using a small handsaw. There you have it, your beautiful, cute, and organizational kitchen caddy. Don't you love a functional product? The second DIY for your kitchen is super simple but extremely functional. To create my ledge, I measured the width of the inside edge of the photo frame and marked it along the wooden piece. Using an X-Acto knife, I carefully creased the wood until it was easy to snap. Using your hot glue gun, carefully apply a line along the edge of the wood piece. Adhere your wood to the inside base of the photo frame to create a ledge. Next, flip your photo frame to the other side and use the leftover scrap wood to create the stand portion of the project, and carefully secure the piece to the back side of the frame in the center. There you have it, a perfectly made cookbook stand for way less.
At the dollar store, I picked up 2 cutting boards and some mini wood crates. Back at home, I grabbed a scrap piece of wood to use as a base and did a quick dry fit of my idea with all the parts. On hand, I already had a ring of wood beads that I had previously purchased from the dollar store. To test my theory, I unhooked the connection, removed a few beads, and tried the idea out. I randomly picked a spot to drill holes for the wire ring to pass through. Next up, I spray painted the cutting boards and my base piece of scrap wood with white spray paint. Once everything was dry, I used some wood glue to glue the mini crates to my scrap wood base. Just set something heavy atop until the glue dries. The cutting boards were looking a bit too solid for me, so to add some visual interest, I decided to grab my hole saw set. I know I should have done this before painting. Choosing the largest hole cutting size and grabbing my quarter drill, I drilled out big giant holes. After a quick little cleanup of frayed edges with a sanding block around the holes, I then did a touch-up of spray paint. Assembly was super simple. I used the wood glue again on the joints, lined everything up, and using a couple of clamps to hold it all steady while it dried. Give it all plenty of time to set so you don't end up with a wobbly caddy. Now for the handle. This is my favorite part. To attach it, remove most of the beads and feed the end through one of the small holes. Thread most of the beads back onto the wire, feed the wire through the other hole. Add the remaining beads, then twist together to secure it underneath. It makes carrying your caddy around super easy, and honestly, it just looks cool. For a little extra function and some personality, I glued on a few dollar store mini clothespins with a strong adhesive. You can use these to hold recipes, reminder notes, coupons, even those little snack bags that always get lost in the shuffle. If you're using this in your craft space, clip up small patterns, color swatches, or ribbons. The best part about this project is how customizable it is. Paint or stain the boards any color you like, add more boxes or swap in baskets for a different vibe, and there you go, a quick budget-friendly caddy from just a handful of dollar store finds.
I grabbed 2 of these wood hangers. You can find these in the crafts section. I'm pulling off the rope. We don't need that. Then I'm cutting a piece of shelf liner. I really like this one with the marble pattern on it. I'm going to cover the front of the wood piece with the shelf liner, and then I'm just going to fold the edges over the sides. I'm repeating this twice, so I have 2 pieces of wood covered in this marble pattern. Grab 4 picture frames. These square ones work best. Remove the insides, the glass, the cardboard, and the backing, and then use a pliers to pull out the fasteners. Now you're going to use a couple blocks from the tumbling tower set. Use some hot glue to attach 2 blocks to the bottom of the frame, then glue the second frame to the other side of the blocks. You're going to do this twice with a total of 4 frames. Now we have all the pieces to assemble our shelf. Using some hot glue, slide the first shelf through these stands that we made with these picture frames and secure it in place. Then secure the second shelf on top of the frames. I'm using this in my kitchen to organize my coffee supplies and just make it look nice.
Take 2 wire cabinet shelves and 2 plastic bins. Bend the legs of the shelves towards the center. Place wire shelves in the rectangular bins. Place storage container lids in the grooves to make them accessible. Now you have the perfect plastic storage container organization. Take 2 wire shower caddies and weave them together, top pieces towards each other. They should meet at the edges of the bottom. Use zip ties to attach them to each other and on the sides to keep them connected. Cut the zip tie tails. Remove all pans from cooking storage and place shower caddies. Now you have the perfect storage for cooking pans, baking sheets, and cutting boards. Take wire shelves and use them for more efficient storage for your dinner plates and bowls. Take tiered shelves and make all your tumblers and mugs easier to find. There you have it, a cheap way to create your own smart storage for your kitchen for less than $20. I hope this inspired you to try these cheap kitchen organization ideas. Take plastic frames purchased from Dollar Tree and remove the paper inserts and the plastic wrap. Take the frames and lay them face up in rows next to each other in a drawer. Place spices on top of them in rows for an organized look. Take a broom handle, wrap it in macrame string. Take gold baskets from Dollar Tree and zip ties. Zip tie and secure the baskets to the broom handle. Take 2 command hooks for brooms and place them on the wall sideways. Pop the broom handle with baskets attached in and allow time for the command hangers to fully stick to the wall. There you have it, 2 cheap ways to create your own easy kitchen storage organization for spices and produce in your home. I hope this inspired you to try either of these DIY organizing projects. Thanks for watching Home Talk and see you next time.